As we go through life, we try to get more and more knowledge. We also want to get wisdom. Stoicism is an old philosophy that can help us understand how people act and interact. Today, we will start to think about how to tell true things from false things. This is hard because we need to pay close attention and also have understanding. Compassion. Inner peace. The Stoics understood a lot about human nature. They gave us a way to look at the world and people. A new way of seeing things. This viewpoint is not about being judgmental or causing mistrust. It's about building a stronger connection with the truth and creating relationships based on true understanding and respect. Today, we're going to explore 5 signs that someone might be lying to you. Let's be careful and mindful. The Stoic path teaches us that we should think carefully about how we react to and interpret others' actions. It's not just about detecting falsehoods. Also about seeking a deeper understanding of why people may feel compelled to hide their true selves or their reality. As we explore these signs, let's do so with the intention of strengthening our connections with others. Fostering empathy. Ultimately achieving a more profound sense of inner tranquility and harmony with the world. Remember, the goal is not to confront. To comprehend, not to accuse. To assist, not to isolate. To integrate. With this frame of mind, let's delve. We're going to look at some signs that someone might not be being honest. We'll be using the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to help us understand this. Let's start this journey together to learn more about what honesty really means. One sign of dishonesty is when someone's words and actions don't match. This is the first sign we come across when we're looking for the truth. This difference between words and actions can be small. It can also be big. It can show that someone is not being honest. Let's look at this from the Stoic perspective, which believes in harmony. Think about the difference between what we say and what we do. Remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, who once said, "Your actions are what make you valuable." When actions and words don't match, it shows a problem inside the person. It shows that they are not living according to nature and truth. As Stoics believe. In practice, watch for times when someone says they are sure about something, acts uncertainly, when they change the stories they tell about the past. The Stoics teach us that we should not rush to judge others. Instead, we should observe quietly and understand deeply. This misalignment does not necessarily confirm deceit. Rather, it invites us to look closer, to question with kindness, to seek the truth beneath the surface. Inconsistency is not just a sign for us to detect falsehood in others. It is also a mirror reflecting our own inconsistencies. How often have we ourselves said one thing and done another? This understanding breeds compassion. We recognize the complexity. This is about human nature and the challenges we all face in living up to our ideals. So, when you notice something wrong with another approach, stay calm. Try to understand the reason for the action and the word. Use this as a chance to talk. Grow. Maybe help the other person find their way back to being virtuous and true. To avoid eye contact. As we deal with the complexities of human interaction, our second sign invites us to think about the small details of communication beyond words. Sometimes, when someone avoids eye contact, it can suggest discomfort or dishonesty. However, from a Stoic perspective, this is not just an easy judgment. It is a sign that we should look more deeply into human behavior. Eye contact is a form of nonverbal communication. It can show what a person is like. The Stoics, who were always paying attention to human nature, Knew that directness and transparency are important for trust and understanding. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught us the importance of self-awareness and control over our reactions. When someone avoids eye contact, it is an invitation not to judge hastily, to understand what lies beneath this behavior. Avoiding eye contact can stem from various reasons, such as nervousness, cultural differences, a lack of confidence, an attempt to conceal the truth. In such situations, Stoicism advises us to suspend immediate judgment and approach the situation with curiosity. Compassion is important. It is a moment to talk about things, to gently try to understand things, to create a space where people can be honest. When you are watching things, look at the whole situation. Is the person not looking at you? Is it happening at the same time as other things we talked about today? Could it be a moment when they are uncomfortable? Remember, the Stoic path is about finding balance and understanding. It means understanding how complicated human emotions and actions can be. Unnecessary details. As we continue our exploration, we come across the third sign, adding unnecessary details to a story. Stoicism. The Stoics taught that truth is often simple. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once thought about how telling long stories with too many details might make a lie seem true. This can happen when a storyteller adds details to make a lie seem more believable. As students of Stoicism, we are reminded to look beyond the surface to understand the true meaning of what is being said. The Stoics valued clarity in thought and communication. This sign, like the others, requires a careful approach. An abundance of details does not necessarily mean dishonesty. It may simply reflect the person's natural communication style or their enthusiasm for the subject. Thus, the Stoic, they don't rush to conclusions. Observe patterns and contexts. Does the complexity of the story help clarify? Confuse, is this excess of words a consistent trait, only present under certain circumstances, in our interactions? We should employ the Stoic virtues of wisdom and temperance. That we should use wisdom to understand the intention behind the words and temperance to not judge too quickly. It is through understanding and patience that we can navigate the sea of verbosity and reach the island of truth. Point 4. Emotional fluctuations. Our journey through the landscape of discernment brings us to the fourth sign. Emotional fluctuation. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of maintaining a balanced state of mind, even in the face of provocation or stress. It is within this context that we observe emotional fluctuations as a potential. They could be a sign of dishonesty. If someone's emotional responses seem wrong or don't match what's being said in a conversation, it might mean they're having inner struggles or trying to pretend they're okay. Marcus Aurelius, a great Stoic philosopher, told us that no matter what's going on around us, we should try to stay calm, but it's important to understand why someone is acting this way. Not just assume they're being dishonest. Jump to conclusions. Emotional responses are influenced by many factors, including personal stressors, mental health, the individual's natural expressive tendencies. The Stoic approach is not about rushing to judgment, it's about carefully observing and empathizing. When we see emotional changes, we should be there for the person, listening and offering support. This helps them express their true feelings naturally. Also allows us to practice the Stoic virtues of kindness and humanity, for it is in understanding the struggles of another that we truly embody the Stoic ideals of compassion and mutual support. Moreover, this observation invites us to reflect on our emotional stability. How do we react under pressure or when faced with our missteps? Stoicism offers us tools to cultivate inner tranquility and resilience. Encouraging a sign of dishonesty is when someone's feelings seem out of proportion to the situation. It could mean that they are having inner struggles or that they're trying to pretend that they're okay. even when they're not. Marcus Aurelius, a great Stoic philosopher, said that no matter what happens around us, we should try to stay calm. It's important to understand this sign and not use it as an excuse to get angry or upset. So, when we see others' feelings changing a lot, we should respond with a balanced attitude and be open to their feelings. We shouldn't use these moments to accuse others. To learn from them and help each other grow. If we do this, we can become more honest and create a space where we all feel safe and respected. Defensive responses. As we reach the last sign, we focus on defensive responses. Stoicism tells us to face the world with honesty and integrity. It teaches us that the truth is something to be embraced, not avoided. When someone becomes overly defensive in the face of simple questions or observations, it can be a sign that there is something they are not comfortable revealing. Seneca, in his wisdom, advised us to listen calmly to the opinions of others and to be willing to accept criticism. This sign can indicate dishonesty. When someone's reactions seem extreme or don't match what's being said, it might mean they're dealing with something personal or trying to cover up a lie. Marcus Aurelius, a great Stoic philosopher, said that no matter what's going on around you, you should try to stay calm. It's important to understand this sign and not. This idea of being open to feedback is different from getting defensive. If you get defensive right away, it might mean you're uncomfortable with the topic or trying to hide something. It's important to know the difference between getting defensive because you're scared or insecure. Getting defensive to lie. Not all defensiveness is dishonest. Sometimes it's just a human reaction to feeling attacked or misunderstood. Stoics believe that in these situations, the best thing to do is to create an environment where everyone feels comfortable sharing the truth. A sign of dishonesty is when someone's emotional responses seem wrong or don't match what is being said. It could mean that they are having inner problems or that they are trying to pretend to be someone else. Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic, said that we should always be calm, no matter what is going on around us. But it's important to understand this sign. Not to be judgmental. To talk about things naturally. In our own lives. When we are judgmental, we should look at our own behavior. Have we asked questions or made comments that could be seen as mean? Stoicism teaches us to think about our words and to be careful when we speak. It also teaches us to use our words to start a conversation, not to cause problems. In our study today, we have looked at how people act. We've examined the signs that someone might not be being truthful. We've done this not to judge, to understand and grow. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue, reason, inner peace, offers us a deep understanding of the complexities of human relationships. We've looked at the signs that someone might not be honest. We're not judging, trying to understand and grow. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue, reason, inner peace, gives us a deep view of human relationships. It teaches us not to react without thinking, to respond with wisdom and kindness, even when someone is lying. As we use these ideas in our lives, let's remember the Stoic virtues: being wise when we observe, having the courage to face uncomfortable truths, being fair when we judge, and, most importantly, being kind when we talk to others.